Taking good picture, at least for this class, for the Intro to Media class, requires three things. Good lighting, rule of thirds, and an interesting subject. So I want you to create a document in Photoshop where you can display that as well as write that out. So this could be a layout assignment similar to what you did with LightFL with text and images. All right, so get started here. We're going to go into Photoshop. Okay, we're going to go File, New, and we're going to go to Print, and we want letter, 8.5 by 11 letter, and we want it to be a portrait. Click Create, and I want to now go and get two images that I think, two images that either have me in it or two images that I've taken, the photo, that you think displays these three qualities: good lighting, rule of thirds, and interesting subject. So I'm just going to use some example images and also show you how I want you to do the cropping. So we're going to go ahead and File, Open, and go get our two images. So I'm just going to go grab the images I've been using. And at this point, don't worry if it's if it's portrait or landscape. Just pick two pictures that you think represent good lighting and rule of thirds and an interesting subject. Really just good lighting and interesting subject. We can use the crop tool to give us the rule of thirds. That's what I'm going to do. So click Command to select multiple pictures from one folder. Hold the Command key down, right? But you're picking these probably out of different folders, so you just pick one and click Open, and pick another and click Open. We'll get these two guys in right now. All right, so we're going to start with this one. And I think this represents good lighting and an interesting subject. I'm going to go ahead and use the crop tool. Actually, before I do that, I am going to go back to the Move tool. I am going to go up to Image Size, Image Size, and I'm going to uncheck Resample, change the resolution to 300, and then I'm going to recheck Resample, and I'm going to switch this to pixels if it's not already, and I'm going to set the longest dimension to 1,000. So since this is landscape, the longest dimension is the width. So I'd put 1,000. Okay, and click OK. Now, if your picture, I had to click OK. Now, if your picture was like this, image rotate if you need to, counterclockwise 90 degrees, right? If your image, and Command 0 to zoom out, if your image is like this, then the longest dimension would be the height, because it's portrait, okay? Longest dimension is the width, so that's what I set to 1,000. And let me Command 0 that. Actually, I could just do Command 1. No, let me do Command 0. And I don't really want to see this trash can here. So I'm going to go to the crop tool, and I'm going to click to get my rule of thirds on this image. And oops, it's floating around here. I'm going to go ahead, grab the corner, and I could see that I can put myself on the left third line. Okay. Pull this up a little bit. And then I got the tree on the right third line. Okay, so that's, I could say I'm using rule of thirds there. The main subject being Batman teacher. and secondary subject being the tree trunk, just for balance. And I'm going to click OK, or click the check. And now I'm going to use the move tool. I'm going to unlock the layer, and I'm going to move this guy over to my layout, right about there. A little on the small side. That's okay. I could do a Command T, hold the Shift key down, and make it a little bigger. Maybe like so. And put that right about here. Click OK. And go to my other photo. Done with that one. So I'm done with that one, so I can hit the X and say don't save. And now I've got this other photo, and I'm going to unlock the layer. I'm going to go up here to image size, and I'm going to click resample and change the resolution to 300, and then click the resample again, and also change this to pixels. And I'm going to make the height, let's change it up, let's go with 1200 for this, so it's a little bit bigger. And click OK. Now I went with the height because this is portrait, so the longest dimension is the height, not the width. So I'm going to click OK and Command 0. And I'm going to just click on this grid, the crop tool, click once to get the rule of thirds. Perfect. I mean, the eyes are right on the upper third line. This is perfect. Nothing needs to be done to this picture as far as rule of thirds goes. I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to now drag this guy. Did I forget anything? There's also the spot healing brush if you think you need it. Remember that spot healing brush to get rid of spots, right? Things you can do. Go back to the move tool here. I'm going to click and hold and drag that now over to, yeah, that's better, my layout. Okay. Move these guys around a little bit. I can tell that these aren't the same size, so I'm going to Command T, hold the Shift key, and make this one a little bit bigger so it's more about the same size. Okay, make the two images about the same size. Okay, so now I go back to this picture. I'm done with that one, so I hit the X and say I don't want to save it. All right, and now I've got my layout here. Now I need to add some text. And remember, when you do these pictures, keep off the edges. Balance it and kind of hit through from the middle. I'm going to go to the Type tool. I'm going to go and set my font to Helvetica because it's the best one ever. You can play around with these. There's two. I got Helvetica and I got Helvetica New, so I'm going to use that one because this is going to be a title. I'm going to click here and make sure my points are 24. Yep. I'm going to click there, and I'm going to, in my color, I got to pay attention to my color. I could change that after. I'm going to title this Taking a Good Picture. It's a title, so uppercase on most of the words. I'm going to select all that and change the color. I want just to go black. Just give me black. There. And maybe give me a bold. Give me some bold text. All right, good. Go back to the move tool, and I can place this where I need it in the center. Okay. Looks like my guides are off. Let me see. Turn on my guides. No. Guess we're okay. Here, maybe snap to guides. There's the guides. So I want that center one, right? No, I want, there's too many, it's confused. There's too many centers. All right, about there, looks good. Now I need to list the 3 items that make this a good picture, right? So I'm going to click again on the Type tool, same size, and I'm going to put good lighting. hit the enter key, and I'm going to say rule of thirds. Hit the enter key, and I'm going to put interesting subject. Check for spelling. Click the check. Highlight all that stuff. And I want to align it to the center alignment. It also moved it, so it's okay. I'm going to click the move tool and move that. And then I need your name on here. Why not use your logo? Actually, you know what? Let's do it more like this. We've got that. Yeah, your logo. Remember that logo? Put your first logo FL right here. Mine's not handy right now, so I'm just going to put with the type tool your logo here. Okay, move that into place. Make it look good. Make it look balanced. To me, that looks good right there. Okay, just kind of balance everything. So even so that your layout looks decent. Okay, and this is pretty nice. I like this. So I'm going to do now file save as, and I'm going to call this GoodPicFL. GoodPicFL. I'm going to save it in my documents. I'm going to save as a Photoshop document first. Click save. Actually, no, just that's all. And now I'm going to print it. I'm going to do a Command P, and I'm going to print this. And make sure when you print that you scroll down here and check scale to fit media so that it doesn't trim any of your pictures or text if you got too close to the edge for the printer, so that the printer can print the entire, fit everything into its printable area. And then you click print. All right. And you would be done at that point. Turn it in for a point, and I'll give it right back to you. Okay. So again, this is called taking a good picture layout assignment.